Hello, beauties. So I'm sitting here in my garden in this beautiful weather, and I just felt like making a video. I actually felt like making it yesterday, but I didn't, so I'm making it today. And I haven't been very active, like on my social media, because I've been going through my own stuff, and I actually had like a really big downfall in many ways, and a lot of bypassing and just running away and abandoning myself, and that's been very, very hard. So I've been just kind of guilting and shaming myself, and instead of looking at that guilt and shame and staying with it, I've been just like kind of in the circle of guilt, and just making it worse by not staying with that. So there's been just so much going on for me emotionally, and I observed how I just felt into like very bad self-esteem, got like social anxiety, felt very uncomfortable in my skin, felt very uncomfortable like with myself, just felt into this like rabbit hole of guilt, shame, anger, and just like down here kind of feeling. So I've been taking it slow with myself, grounding myself, taking myself back to love, because I've not been in love. I've not been like loving myself or taking care of myself really, like not in the way I would need to or want to. So it's been a lot, and I kind of took just a break from everything and took care of myself, because since summer I have been like feeling pressure to get my stuff going even more, like my website and just my programs, and get everything out to the world, and kind of stressing that. And through that process I've just been making myself feel worse, because that didn't feel aligned to me, like it didn't really feel real to me to get that stuff out, or do it fast, because I wanted to be really aligned and true and just take one step at a time and be patient with that process, because this is very important to me. This is very like when I do stuff from my heart and soul, I want it to be really aligned and full, and not come from a place of comparison to others and just trying to prove myself or anything like that. So just stressing myself with all my work didn't feel aligned, and I kept on doing it because I felt even more pressure to make it, like take it out to the world, until I just like couldn't anymore and just stopped and went like, even if this takes years, I'm not gonna stress myself and make myself feel bad in that process, because this is not what this is about, and I can't help or teach or be there for anyone if I'm not feeling good myself, and I don't want to do it that way either. Like I'm stopping this crazy pattern right now, and like the guilt has been making it everything much harder for me. But here I am, and I wanted to make this video about the importance of psychology, and like doing inner work, and just like deepening into psychology and the human psyche when you're on a spiritual path, because I often feel like we can get, like, I don't want to say this in the wrong way, but we often get into this kind of path that we're just working with angels, we're working with goddesses, we're working with like just plants and herbs and like light and light beings and things like that, and we kind of get into this higher, not higher, but out of this world dimensions and out of this world kind of experiences, and and we forget that we're like here. We're here on this planet in a human body with a psyche, with a human, like with psychological processes going on, and a subconscious mind that is just programmed in a special way. And we kind of forget the importance of psychology in spirituality, because you can't really like take yourself that far. You can't really reprogram or change the way you're vibing and the thoughts you're having if you're not doing psychological work, if you're not kind of trying to redirect your vibrations and your energy and your thinking and your emotions to a more heart aligned way, or in a more heart aligned way. And yeah, that's just like what's been really real for me lately, just like because I've been in my bypassing kind of state, so it's been really real for me to get back into psychology and get back into inner work and get back into just doing all of that from a place of self-love and self-acceptance, and not doing it to change myself or fix myself, but to do it from a place of love, because this isn't working anymore. And I've made several videos about this before, like bypassing and doing things from a place of self-love. But this one, like, I just want to point out psychology. Like, if you want to be, or if you like are into spirituality and you feel called to be a coach or whatever, I feel that it's just so important that you put some like effort into psychology and understanding the human psyche, because it's very important to be a psycho-spiritual coach or a psycho-spiritual kind of whatever you want to call yourself, and not just like spiritual in the way, or that can be wonderful and good too. Like it serves its purpose and it's beautiful, and like all the work. I'm not trying to put anybody down or tell anybody that they are doing something wrong or something like that. That's not my purpose. But if you wanna like have that interpretation, that's up to you really. But I'm just saying that if you're just working with like light and trying to bring light and just healing from that way, and not understanding the human psyche and the human body and like how it's been conditioned and programmed and just like how it works, it's really hard to get into the root causes of the issues that we're having, like why we are falling into those patterns, or why we have those patterns in the first place. So I just felt that it's like really, really important to get back into psychology and deepen into that more and more and more, because like spirituality and psychology to me goes hand in hand. There's no like they are like this. They are very, very correlated. And like psychology for me, it's the first subject in school that I fell in love with, and I just got straight A's, and just like that's the first subject I had in school that made me feel like, oh my god, I got this, because I really, really loved psychology and it came very easily to me. It was like just I didn't even have to make an effort. I just naturally understood what was being said, and kind of felt into that, more like a feeling resonance than a mind resonance. So psychology is very important to me and very precious for me. And yeah, that's what I really wanted to talk about, to just like really respect psychology and the human psyche and the human body, and just not putting that aside, not bypassing that, and just going into working with angels and goddesses and yeah, just anything like that, and going into the light without first going to the root, because you won't really feel any change in the long term if you don't go to the root causes, to your like psyche, to where that began. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me your time and your energy. And I wish you a wonderful, beautiful day.